Picture this. You start your morning with a bowl of fresh blueberries, feeling proud you're doing something good for your heart and memory. But if you add just one of these three everyday foods, you could erase nearly half of those benefits, or even cause harm. I've seen it happen to seniors who thought they were eating perfectly healthy, and it shocked them when they learned the truth. For decades, we've been told blueberries are a must for brain sharpness, strong arteries, and healthy aging. But after 60, your body changes, and the way you combine foods can quietly block those nutrients from ever reaching your cells. And for someone in their 60s or 70s, that can mean missing out on the very protection you've been counting on to stay active, clear-minded, and independent. In my clinical work with thousands of older adults, I've seen how one small change can protect every bit of Blueberries' power. Today, we'll uncover the three combinations to avoid, and the simple timing swaps that keep those benefits working for you. 1. Why dairy cancels anthocyanin absorption. Picture this: you start the day with a bowl of fresh blueberries over creamy yogurt. It feels wholesome, energizing, like you're giving your brain and heart exactly what they need after 60. But here's the twist. That very combination could be cutting those benefits in half. Inside each blueberry are anthocyanins, the deep blue pigments that act like repair crews, moving through your bloodstream to calm inflammation and protect your blood vessels. The problem? Dairy proteins have a way of grabbing onto those compounds and holding them hostage. It's like locking those repair crews in a room before they can get to the damage. Scientists saw this play out in a 2009 study from Free Radical Biology and Medicine. They tested blueberries with and without milk. When dairy was added, the blood's antioxidant power dropped by nearly 50%. Half the benefit, gone before your body even has a chance to use it. And after 60, this matters even more. Your digestion is slower, stomach acid is lower, and nutrient absorption isn't what it used to be. Add a nutrient blocker on top, and it's even harder for your cells to get what they need. Helen, one of my patients, loved her morning berries with yogurt, but she still felt foggy most afternoons. We tried one small change. She enjoyed her blueberries on their own and had her dairy later. Within a week, her energy was steadier, and the heavy afternoon haze began to lift. If you enjoy dairy, you don't have to give it up. Just give your blueberries some space, about 1 to 2 hours, so those repair crews can get to work. Pair them with oats, nuts, or enjoy them plain, and let your body use every bit of what they offer. And what happens when blueberries meet sugar? That's where things get even more surprising. 2. Refined sugar and blood sugar spikes. Let's talk about the second food combination that quietly steals blueberries' power: refined sugar. On their own, blueberries help your body use insulin more efficiently. I like to think of insulin as a key, opening tiny doors on your cells so sugar can move in and be used for energy. But after 60, those locks get rusty. The key still turns, just more slowly. Blueberry compounds act like a drop of oil, helping the locks move smoothly again. Now, here's the problem. When you add refined sugar from a frosted cereal, a blueberry muffin, or even a drizzle of syrup, it's like dumping sand into that same keyhole. The oil can't do its job, and your blood sugar spikes fast. One clinical trial, published in the Journal of Nutrition, followed adults who added blueberry powder to their diet for 8 weeks. The group without the extra sugar improved insulin sensitivity by 1.7 points, a real win for glucose control. But when you pair those berries with high glycemic foods, you blunt that effect almost completely. I saw this with Frank, 68. He had his blueberries baked into pies, thinking it was a healthy dessert. We switched him to fresh berries over warm, steel-cut oats with a sprinkle of walnuts. 3 months later, his fasting glucose had dropped by 12 points, without changing anything else, and he told me he no longer had that mid-morning crash. So if you want blueberries to help steady your blood sugar, Keep them away from refined sugar. Enjoy them with protein or fiber instead. Nuts, oats, chia seeds. These slow digestion give the blueberry compounds time to work and keep your energy smooth all morning. Miss this next step, and you may undo the progress you just made. Because the third food on our list doesn't just block nutrients, it can destroy them before they ever reach your plate. 3. Ultra-processed baked goods and polyphenol. Loss. The third combination is one many people never suspect. Ultra-processed baked goods. I'm talking about blueberry muffins from the cafe, toaster pastries, even healthy-looking breakfast bars. The problem isn't just the sugar or white flour, it's the heat. Blueberries are packed with polyphenols, compounds that protect your cells like tiny shields. But when they're baked at high temperatures, those shields begin to break apart. Think of it like leaving a bright blue cloth in the hot sun. Over time, the color fades. In the same way, baking can fade away the potency of those beneficial compounds. A 2012 study in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that baking blueberries at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for just 30 minutes destroyed up to 40% of their anthocyanins. That's almost half their protective power, gone before you even take a bite. Maria, 70, used to make a big batch of blueberry muffins every Sunday. They smelled amazing, but she couldn't understand why her cholesterol numbers weren't improving, even though she ate them daily. When she switched to chilled overnight oats with fresh blueberries, no oven involved, she started seeing changes in her blood work within 6 weeks. And she told me her digestion felt lighter too. If you love baked goods, you don't have to give them up entirely. Here's the trick. Fold the blueberries in after the heat is off, like into pancakes once they're off the pan, or choose no-bake recipes. Even better, enjoy them fresh in salads, smoothies, or over yogurt alternatives. Without this change, you could be losing nearly half the benefit every time you heat them up. And here's the thing. Many people think it's still a blueberry, so it must be good for me. But as you've seen today, how you eat them can make all the difference. Which of these 3 surprised you the most? Because once you know, you can make simple swaps that keep every one of those benefits working for you, day after day. When you think about it, your food choices don't just add up, they interact. A handful of blueberries can be a gift to your heart, brain, and circulation. But the wrong partner on your plate can take that gift away before it's even opened. After 60, every small decision counts. It's not about perfection. It's about timing, pairing, and letting your body use what you're giving it. Because the more of those nutrients you can keep, the more energy, clarity, and independence you'll have for the moments that matter most. So, which of these 3 pairings surprised you the most? Tell me in the comments. Your story might help another senior keep their health on track. If you found this helpful, I'd love for you to join our healthy aging community. Subscribe, and together, we'll keep uncovering the simple, science-backed habits that help you stay strong, sharp, and active year after year. And remember, always talk with your healthcare provider before making changes. They know your full history and can help you tailor these tips to your own needs.